Title: Karen vs. Lowe. Fade in. Oslo's parking lot, day. Bright sunny day. The parking lot is filled with cars. A well-maintained SUV screeches into a spot labeled, curbside pickup only. The door swings open and out steps Karen, 40s over the top, dressed like she's ready to film a social media rant. Lowe's. Customer service desk, day. A teenage employee, Jason, 17, awkward, pimply, stands behind the counter, clearly nervous. Karen stomps up, pushing past an older man waiting in line. Karen. Excuse me. I don't have all day. Where is your manager? Jason. Ma'am, there's a line and I'd be happy to. Karen. Oh, I bet you would be. But I'm not dealing with happy to help. I want someone with real power. Where's the manager? Jason. Swallows nervously. Let me go get them. Jason scurries away as Karen taps her acrylic nails on the counter, sighing loudly. Lowe's floor manager, Steven, 30s, exhausted, just wants to go home, arrives. Steven. Hi, ma'am. What seems to be the... Karen. Finally, someone important. Your customer service is a disgrace. I ordered a custom-cut piece of wood, and when I got home, it was the wrong size. Do you realize what an inconvenience this is? Do you know who I am? Steven. Stifling an eye roll. Sorry, ma'am. Let's check your order. Do you have your receipt? Karen. Receipt. Laughs mockingly. Oh, honey, I shouldn't need a receipt. I spend thousands here every year. I should be VIP status. Just fix it. Steven, barely holding on, types into the computer. Steven. It looks like you ordered a 4x6, but you were given a 4x8. We can recut it for you free of charge. Karen. Oh no. I had an appointment with my decorator today. This has ruined my schedule. I should be compensated. A few customers have stopped to watch. An employee in the back subtly records with his phone. Steven. We can recut the wood for free. That's all I can do, ma'am. Karen. I want a full refund plus a store credit. And frankly, an apology. This is unacceptable. Steven. Smirks. Ma'am, we're already offering to fix the mistake at no cost. That's store policy. Karen's face turns red. She flips out her phone and starts recording. Karen. Angrily into camera. This is what happens when you shop at Lowe's. They don't care about their customers. Boycott this store until they learn to respect paying customers. Steven. Flatly. Ma'am, you're blocking the line. Karen notices the other customers staring. Karen. You're all sheep. I'm leaving a 1-star review. Karen dramatically storms out. As she leaves, the teenage employee Jason calls out. Jason. Ma'am, your car is getting towed. Karen. Spins around, screeches. What? Cutio outside, Karen's SUV is being towed from the curbside pickup spot. Karen. Complete meltdown. This is unbelievable. She turns to Steven, pointing wildly. Karen. This is your fault. I'm calling corporate. Steven. Smiles, nods. Please do. As Karen's screams fade into the background, the Lowe's employees share a quiet fist bump. Fade to black. Now we go to our next Karen. This isn't the same Karen from earlier. Fade in. A large, traditional courtroom. The judge, an older no-nonsense woman, sits at the bench. The bailiff stands near the door. The defense attorney and prosecutor are seated at their respective tables. At the defendant's table sits Karen Wilkinson, 40s, entitled, dressed like she just came from a PTA meeting, sipping an oversized Starbucks cup. She looks unimpressed, checking her nails as she waits. Mrs. Wilkinson, you are here today in response to charges of disorderly conduct, disturbing the peace, and assault on a grocery store employee. How do you plead? Karen. Rolls eyes, dramatically sighs. First of all, Your Honor, I think we need to get one thing straight. I'm the victim here. That teenage cashier was extremely rude to me. I was just standing up for myself. Flatly. That's not how this works. How do you plead? Karen. Oh, I don't plead. I state facts. And the fact is, I was completely within my rights. That little brat refused to take my expired coupons. I pay good money at that store. The customer is always right, Your Honor. Always. Firmly. This is a court of law, not a return counter at Target. You are not a customer here, you are a defendant. You have been charged with a crime. Do you plead guilty or not guilty? Karen. Smirks. Well, I certainly don't feel guilty. This whole thing is ridiculous. And honestly, I'd like to speak to your manager. Audible gasps from the courtroom. The bailiff stifles a chuckle. The judge's eyebrows raise. Excuse me. Karen. I think you're being very unprofessional, and I'd like to escalate this. Who do I talk to about getting a different judge? Deadpan. Oh, I see. You must think you're at a hair salon. Let me make this abundantly clear. I am the highest authority in this room. There is no manager you can speak to. The only place you're escalating this to is jail if you don't start treating this process with respect. Karen. Oh wow. Okay, so now I'm being threatened. Is that how you treat all your guests? Because let me tell you something, I will be leaving a scathing review about this whole experience. Unamused. The only review that matters here is my ruling. Now, are you pleading guilty or not guilty? Karen. Folds arms. Not guilty. But I demand compensation for emotional distress. I had to wait in a holding cell with actual criminals. I mean, do you know who I am? Do. You are a person charged with a crime, and if you keep up this attitude, you'll also be a person held in contempt of court. Do you understand? Karen. Oh please. This is America. Have rights. And I have a gavel. Do you really want to see whose wins? Karen stares, fuming. Silence. To the attorneys. We will proceed with the case. And Mrs. Wilkinson. Karen. Annoyed. What? Sit down. And no more outbursts. This isn't a Facebook rant. The gavel slams. Karen huffs and sits down in a dramatic fashion. Fade to Karen's house. Night. Karen sits at her laptop, furiously typing. Her living room is filled with printouts of legal loopholes, Facebook conspiracy posts, and highlighted court documents. She sips wine aggressively. Karen. Muttering to herself. No one humiliates me like that. No one. She clicks on an online forum. How to sue a judge legally. Her eyes narrow as she types out a new post. Karen. Typing. Looking for the best way to remove a biased, corrupt judge. Must be effective and fast. Serious replies only. She grins to herself as she scrolls through responses. The camera zooms in on her screen, exposing Judge Miller leaked info thread. Fade to black. If you would like to hear about more Karens, please click like and subscribe, and don't forget to click that bell.